interrupt our program to bring you a special broadcast. The German news agency Transocean said today the broadcast.
Here's another late development, and this news keeps coming in as we're talking here. Here's other information just in from the car.
What's up, guys? This is Metrotham Con Reacts.
What's up? Of course, it's your friendly neighborhood Dustin man here.
And the classically trained Mark,
AKA Nacho Libre. What up?
What's up, guys? How are you guys doing? We're excited to be back again for another reaction video. I know you caught our Gotham Knights, the trailer reaction video. We're back again.
That's right. We're coming back with you with actual gameplay of the video, and this is going to be to where we see if some of our predictions came true. We know that this video came out quite a bit ago, but of course, you know, we're slow on the times. We're old people. What's up? Yeah.
But we did want to do this video.
We did want to do this video, and so this is going to be our reaction on first seeing the actual gameplay of Gotham Knights and see if any of our predictions actually came true with the actual gameplay, and see what kind of surprises that they throw at us with the actual gameplay, and see if there's anything that we caught off guard. So, Mark, whenever you're ready, let's watch this.
Let's do this.
The gameplay footage you are about to see was captured from a pre-alpha game build. Pinky up. Oh, Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze. I'm sorry, you can't.
Hi, I'm Patrick Redding, Creative Director on Gotham Knights.
What's up, Patrick?
On behalf of the whole team at WV Games Montreal, I'm really honored to give you a quick look at our gameplay.
Elliott Center is covered in ice.
Bat cycle looks dope.
Causing this is localized at the top.
Scenery looks dope. Obviously, some sort of snowstorm machine.
So is this like Mr. Freeze section of the city?
I don't know if it's Mr. Freeze section of the city, but this is definitely a Mr. Freeze mission.
And we're playing Batgirl a dozen or so hours into her character progression.
A dozen or so hours. That's 12 hours, bro. That's into her character progression. This means that you're going to have to grind on this game for a minute.
Yep. I kind of like that, though. I don't want, like, you play it a few hours and you're done.
She jumped off that bat cycle pretty quick.
Opening fire on upper floors. Air support, can you do
There's the grapple.
Freeze has recently returned to Gotham with a mysterious agenda that involves manipulating the weather to flash freeze the city.
We need a way to get through that ice.
An important goal for Gotham Knights was that players can play all of the game, either solo or in two-player co-op.
There's that co-op play that we were talking about.
Two-player co-op.
Look, Robin just did his little teleport move.
Yep.
Robin learned how to access the Justice League satellite for short-range teleportation. Meanwhile, Batgirl has mastered some more familiar techniques.
Level 10.
Yeah.
Oh, she just goes straight into it.
Aerial attack.
Ooh, running off of the...
Two new ones of her own.
So she's, as you can see...
Whoa, what up with that bat move?
That's dope.
She summons bats and whatnot. Oh, Robin's in it, and he's also surrounded by bats. So your supportive moves can
Just a heads up, the chopper's under orders
help
to
out
fire
your
any
teammates.
That's like an AoE type attack, you know?
Yeah,
An
but
aerial
you could
attack.
see that I guess she's level 10 because you see that or her enemies are level 10. There's a level up system, so there's definitely level progression.
And each person she killed, it kept showing the XP was going up.
Yeah.
The GCPD chopper made that part easy.
It looks awesome.
It looks so good, man. One thing I hope, you know, the camera controls, I hope it's smooth.
This doesn't look up
And you're
to
not
code.
constantly having to readjust the camera.
Yeah. Well, I think with some missions, especially like with the Batman stuff, when you're sneaking around, you have to rely on you changing the camera.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if anything, the camera angles look pretty smooth on this.
I'm talking about from like the combat
If anyone
aspect.
asks,
Like
Yeah.
there could be people hitting you from behind and you're trying to move it around.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it takes away from the combat.
Tours were still going on when Freeze came through.
Those poor
Somebody
people.
frozen.
They didn't stand a chance.
Gotham Knights is built to let players approach each challenge with their preferred style and their preferred build.
Nice.
So obviously
Prefer build.
he's obviously the sneaking around type, you
Just
know.
only take a second.
And he collected something at the same time. She's going in at full force. See?
So
But Robin's doing something else at the same time.
Yeah. So he's attacking. He was attacking from the top while she's engaging the guys. On the
Yeah. She left some dude behind her. Like he's coming up behind. Oh, okay. So the other enemy's attacks can affect the enemies.
Yeah.
Because notice how she dodged it. Look. Oh,
That's
there
cool.
it is again. She dodged it, but it
That's
affected.
more realistic, right?
Yeah. Did you see her batarangs? How she
Yeah.
threw them and then they floated and then came back? Oh, they're winding up for a combo move.
Yeah.
Look, she grabbed him.
Throws him up. Oh,
Boom!
nice.
There we go. There's those combo moves that I was telling you
Yeah.
about.
Dude, this game is beautiful.
Not the safest time to take the elevator.
You'd rather take the stairs?
Are they an option?
Right.
These cables on the floor. Guaranteed they lead to freeze.
Gives you little vocal hints.
Yeah, that was easy. Oh, slide through transitions. Look at that.
Dude.
Yeah, that frozen dude on the side.
Who is this talking to
We
him?
need to stop this. Now.
It could be Damien or Dick. You know what I mean? It could be
Yeah.
somebody else
Almost there.
at the helm.
I see the weather machine. Ready with the disruptor.
That thing's drawing so much power.
Is it? It looks like it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to pay his electric bill. That's for sure. I wouldn't mind his AC though. It's been pretty hot.
Dude, her
Field
suit.
disruptor's in place.
I mean, the graphics on it look
It's
amazing.
starting.
You see her breathing.
Oh, there's
there
Mr.
he
Freeze.
Get away from my storm engine.
Oh, he looks good too, man.
Yeah, dude, he looks really good.
You
I'm
don't
glad
want to be on the roof when this
I was
disruptor
curious to
goes
see a
off.
boss fight.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad that he just went with an all white. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just, you know, mimicking snow and everything like that. Oh, he freezes off the exit.
Nothing can stop it.
We'll see about that.
Let's go. Oh, he's sneaking.
Oh, quick dodge.
Oh, so you gotta get out of that area.
Yeah.
An important element of Gotham Knights is that as the player increases in power and ability, their foes keep pace.
So the
Confronting
foes
ability
auto
Mr.
level
Freeze
with
can be
you.
a very different proposition at level 5 or at level 15. And not just in terms of stats, but in the kinds of attacks and defenses they bring to bear.
So that means that, like, if you face him
That was
level
just
5,
a short peek at Gotham Knights.
He won't
We're
do
gonna
that
have
much.
his moves won't be the same as level 15. Oh, okay. There we go. All right. So that was the video.
Yeah.
Oh man. That is looking good, man. And really the only thing I would have to say about it is I kind of like the aspect of your boss leveling up with you.
Right. The auto scaling.
But at the same time, like, with your grinding
It
and
makes
leveling
grinding
up,
pointless.
yeah, it makes grinding
Yeah.
pointless with, like, your leveling up and everything. Like with Skyrim, World of Warcraft, you know, like, you level up to the point to where you can get to that god mode, and then you go in and you can just
You
obliterate
can be
everybody
easier because of your hard work leading up to it.
Exactly. So that could be a good thing or a bad thing. when it comes to this game.
It-
Because you could have the players that are like, you know what, I want that challenge when I'm level something. Because who knows if the boss battles at level 15 will be the same as fighting just goons at
Right.
level 15. You know what I
Well,
mean?
I mean, like you said in the video, you know, at level 15, they have different move sets.
Yeah.
You know, so they'll probably be extremely more difficult to
Exactly.
battle in that sense. So
Which would be fun in
Yeah.
a certain extent.
for,
You know what I
for
mean?
some gamers, yeah, like your hardcore gamers, but just a casual person, I can see where they wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
You know, because they would want to grind on the goons to make the boss fights easier.
And they would want to have that God mode.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
But,
And
you know, I can see why they have that in there to make it more competitive and more.
yeah.
You know.
Which actually would make, you know, people that do speed runs, it would make that more
difficult.
challenging. Because, you know, Destiny, well, I mean, any games, really, they have people that do speed runs.
Yeah.
And then with the leveling up process, the grinding, they'll have people that grind forever and then do the speed runs of raids or certain missions, and they have all this leveling up aspect or just know the stuff offhand.
Right.
But with this, it will change it up because the same speed run you do at level 15 will be completely different than when you do it at level 20
yeah.
or level 30. You know what I mean?
And so he said that they had a 2-player co-op, right?
Yeah.
So I wonder how that would work if you're both on the same console, how the split screen looks.
I think it wouldn't there wouldn't be a split screen. I don't
Okay.
think that they would do like I would hope classic Halo style, which I wish they would have done with Halo 5, that you could have the same console and you have somebody come over and split screen, but I think they're going to go along the lines of you can't do it on the same console.
It would be really
It has to
hard.
be an online aspect. It's
Yeah.
strictly an online aspect of the co-op mode.
Mm-hmm.
You, like, I'm playing at home, you're playing at home, and then we can play together on the same game. It's not the split screen co-op mode kind of deal.
I like that, but I also would like to have the option where, like, hey, you want to come over and play the game? We play it on the same console and
Yeah,
and
I
grind
think
this
it's
thing
just
out.
I think it's just gonna be taking turns. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that the split screen on the same console, especially with a game like this, you know what I mean?
Right.
It would be kind of different if it was a first-person shooter. That's where the split screen, or like shooting games, is where the split screen really takes effect, you know. But a lot of games with online and playing with other players, it's the whole, they have a console, you have a console, they have a PC, you have a PC,
Right.
and you're able to play together online.
And I think you would have to have, like, the full screen to be able to. So if Robin's up top climbing around, like, you need the full screen. That would be really hard to do in a small split screen.
Yeah, it would be really
Yeah.
hard to do that kind of aspect.
Yeah.
I would love to see to the point to where you get at such a high level that you would have to use all 4 characters.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I would love to see a 4-character co-op on a massive map for a villain or like a boss fight or a raid or, you know, something to where it takes all 4 people.
Right. But he
to
did
do.
say it was just 2-player co-op,
It
right?
was just 2, where he said it was co-op, and
Right.
this mission was
A 2-player
with 2
co-op.
players. Again, you know, they're still making the game, they're still perfecting it. There could be a point in time to where they could add an aspect to where they could at least add a 3rd player.
I think they should at least, so if it's only going to be 2-player co-op, they should at least make the other 2 characters NPCs. You know, where they come in and help you, like, aid
I
you in
think
the
that
battle.
that would break away from the point. I
Yeah.
think that would break away from the point of the whole co-op gameplay.
Right.
Because otherwise, if you do a mission and you can just be like, okay, I want Jason Todd as my NPC.
Yeah.
You know, you can just have that extra help. You know, now they wouldn't be perfect or as competitive as if you were playing with somebody else.
I was thinking for, like, that massive boss fight or whatever that you're talking about,
See,
where all of them
that's-
had to come together.
See, that's the thing that I want the co-op 4-player aspect to. Because if you just have 2 players and then 2 other players come in, but they're NPCs, that defeats the point of
Yeah.
the whole co-op stuff. You might as well have just added extra abilities or able to summon a Batbot to help you out.
Well, or maybe you can switch between the characters.
That makes it more like 2K or
Yeah.
sports-like, you know what I mean?
So maybe you can switch. So maybe a certain sequence of the boss fight requires a certain move that only Jason Todd can do. You got to switch.
I
you know.
think with an intricate system like this, I think they need to introduce 4-player co-op.
They do.
They
Yeah.
don't need to do like, okay, I'm going to let Batgirl go for a while and then I'll play as Robin.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you can, as a player, as a gamer, I know for a fact that with games like that, I can manipulate it to where I'll wear out one character and keep track of the health of the others, and then just continue on to the next character that
Yeah.
has the most health, and then beat the boss that way.
Well, it's like a lot of the fighting games, you know, like Dragon Ball Fighters, where you
They,
got the
with the
characters,
3 characters,
you can tag in.
yeah,
You know,
exactly.
Yeah.
I think that kind of defeats the point of what they're trying to do, or what a Batman game is. It's a single person. You have a certain amount of moves. You can do these things, and I just want them to master the co-opness.
I wonder how often you can switch characters though. So if you start with Batgirl, do you have to finish that game with Batgirl?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Are you stuck with Batgirl
Or
for the
you,
entirety
or
of the
like
game?
there's a Jason Todd campaign, a Batgirl
Right,
campaign,
or is it separated like that?
Robin campaign, a Dick Grayson campaign. You know, yeah.
And is there a different ending for each character?
I would like to think that you can choose who you want. Of course, with any Batman game, it's a lot of the side missions that help to where you can get new stuff,
Right.
and stuff like that. Like, you get a lot of stuff in your main missions, but it's the side missions that really help you out.
So
And-
we saw them getting experience, and it showed the levels and things like that. And we saw Robin pick something up.
Yeah, we
I
did
wonder
see Robin.
if like you find armor upgrades just kind of randomly
I
throughout
think
the
that
world.
I think that you could. I would think that you could do that, or especially if like you defeat the boss and then there's a chest
And there's a drop.
You
yeah.
know, there's a drop.
Yeah.
Or with the leveling up aspect, like you get experience points, and
That
then
you
you
can
can
spend.
spend these experience points on this, or costumes, or certain moves, or weapons.
I've always loved the random drops though. You know, because
Yeah.
it makes you want to maybe redo that mission to try
Yeah.
to get a better drop or a better
Or if there's
item.
any mission to where you know that you can get like a dope piece of armor,
Yeah.
or a dope weapon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this is the mission to where you can only get this piece, this staff
Right.
for Dick, or this gun for Jason.
Yeah, and
you
it
know?
makes the game replayable more. Like, oh, I want to play that
Yeah.
mission again because I want to try to get that weapon.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
so hopefully they do something cool like that with the armor and weapon system.
I really
That would be
hope so,
cool.
man. I am super excited. I mean, mostly what they showed in the trailer, it was a lot of Mr. Freeze
Mm-hmm.
and Talon, which I'm really excited about. I can't wait for the campaign for the Court of
the Court of
Owls.
Owls is gonna be
I
great.
am super excited to see what that storyline is going to be about. But I'm really excited to see what other villains are out there, because it's not really like the city is segregated. Gotham is Gotham,
Mm-hmm.
and there's parts of town to where like, oh yeah, this is a Joker gang, or
the
this is a
Penguin's
Penguin
turf,
gang.
yeah.
But it's not like Arkham City to where like certain sections are Mr. Freeze, Penguin, Joker, Harley, whatever.
Right.
Poison Ivy.
So I feel like that mission, it was definitely all about Mr. Freeze.
Oh,
right?
that was definitely all about Mr. Freeze.
and it looked like that was his plot to
But
take
it was
over Gotham.
also, okay, I have to point this out. It was level 10 enemies. Mm-hmm. I didn't see the level of Batgirl. You didn't
She
go
was
into
10.
the start,
She
but
was
she was 10.
10. Mm-hmm.
Okay, but that was a dozen hours into gameplay.
And you're only level 10?
That's 12 hours. That's 12 hours into gameplay. And you're level 10? That means that you are either, like you were saying, like different storylines for different characters. You're either grinding out every single character at the same pace.
Right.
Or it is just a long game to be able to get
Yeah.
to level 10 in 12 hours? Come on, man.
That's a lot, dude. I almost feel like you got to play as Batgirl for this mission, and then the next mission you got to play as these characters, and then you slowly level each one
Level
of them
each
up along
one
the
up,
way.
yeah.
It feels like that 12 hours only level 10. That's rough.
Yeah. Because otherwise,
What's the
if
cap?
you could,
Is the cap 99?
yeah,
like
because
most
I
games?
mean, if you could play as one character the entire time, there is no reason why your character should be at level 10 12 hours in
Unless
to
this
your
is a
gameplay.
long
I'm
game.
sorry. I've played too much Skyrim and too much leveling up, grinding stuff for me to be at level 10 12 hours deep.
And normally,
into
like,
this game.
you know, the first 30 levels, or you typically go by quick, and then it starts slowing down a little bit with most games. So,
But then there's usually a pickup
there is.
after that.
Where you start getting those bigger boss, like, missions.
And then you get
they
bigger
more
drops,
experience
you
and
get
bigger
better
drops.
weapons, you get
Yeah.
better armor and everything like
Yeah.
that. But I'm actually interested in seeing, because I think it's Injustice 2 that really introduced this aspect of the weapons, costume, armor, leveling up,
And
grinding
I love
format.
Injustice. Like,
Injustice, oh my god.
Yeah.
I remember calling GameStop the day that Injustice 2 came out. I had to work late and calling GameStop to say, can you stay open so I
gotta
can
get my
pick
copy.
up. I gotta get my copy of Injustice 2. And I am not good. I mean, I'm okay, but I'm not good at it by any means. I'm not an expert. I'm not like
who's your go-to?
Green Lantern.
Mine too. I always
Green
found
Lantern,
myself
though
playing
I
Green
was
Lantern.
disappointed in Injustice because they didn't have the machine gun move. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
necessarily the same combos as they did. Like, you could get the machine gun, but you had to level up your character and get that special ability kind of thing.
Yep.
But the whole leveling up, getting your armor, leveling up your character, making it to the way that you want to fight, making your character look badass. That was awesome, and I think that helped kind of pave the way for something like this.
And they had cool DLC characters too.
They had great
That was really
DLC
cool.
characters.
Ninja Turtles,
Ninja
man.
Turtles. But of course, Ninja Turtles and Batman have
Yeah.
coincided for quite some time, and I am excited about the Ninja Turtles on there. I mean, Enchantress, Captain Atom,
Yeah.
Jason Todd, God, who else? Raiden,
Yeah.
Sub-Zero.
Yep.
You know, getting the Nether Realms in there because they were definitely behind Injustice 1 and 2.
Yeah, you can see that
Yeah.
all day.
Well, I mean, with DC versus Mortal Kombat, that just kind of meshed that relationship between Up with them. But that's besides the point. That's just helping pave the way for the leveling up aspect with this. Because, I mean, Arkham Asylum and all those Arkham games, you know, you leveled up, you got different things at the same time. But with every game, it was kind of the same things that you got every single time. There was just a few different subtleties
Yeah.
that were different from each game. I mean, graphics were definitely one, but like with just fighting aspect and weapon aspect, it was still along the lines the same things,
It's the
but
same.
some things did a little bit
I'm
differently.
going back through Asylum right now because Asylum, City, and Knights.
Knights.
Those three are on PlayStation now for free to
Yeah.
play. So I'm
Knights
going
is-
through Arkham Asylum. Again.
Knights is free
Yeah.
on Xbox, but of course they got a deal going on with Arkham City and Arkham Asylum as a deal, hella discounted on Xbox.
Yeah.
Not doing the same as PS,
Yeah.
but you can get it out there. But of course now, I mean, if you haven't played it, and we're not even going to talk about Origins.
Yeah.
There's no need to talk about that.
Play those games though to scratch that itch while you're waiting for Gotham Knights. To
Yeah,
come out.
scratch that itch,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, because it does have a similar feel to it.
Yeah, because I have to say, because referencing something that's not Gotham Knights, with the new Suicide Squad game, they stressed that the Suicide Squad game was made by the same people that made Arkham Asylum and Arkham Knights and all of those. Gotham Knights, they're not stressing that.
Right.
I don't think it's the same people.
Yeah, and
But it looks a lot like
it does.
all of the games that, you know, the Batman games that have been out.
But that's cool though because they're creating this game universe. You know, we've got the
Yeah.
movie universe, the animated series universe, the comics, and now they've created
Yeah,
this
because
nice
apparently
game universe.
Gotham Knights has nothing to do with the Arkham series,
Yep.
but Suicide Squad plays into the story of Arkham
That game looks
Asylum.
good too, man.
It does look good. I can't wait to see some gameplay about that.
Do y'all wanna
Watch
see us
out
do
for,
a
yeah,
review
watch
on
out
that
for
one?
those reactions.
Yeah,
But what do you guys think about
yeah.
our predictions? Do you think that we were right? Because I mean, a couple of things that we were right about from our last Reacts video. Do you think anything else? What would you like to see in the new Gotham Knights game? You know, I would like to see a little bit more leveling up progress. I would like to see what they would see loot wise, because that's one thing that they didn't stress in this one. Loot, you know, what can we saw a different costume with Damian. We saw a little bit different with Batgirl. It was pretty much kind of the same, but a little bit different. Her weapons were different.
I want to see more of the co-op.
I saw
you
that.
Saw a little bit of it.
Yeah,
you saw Robin creeping around. Let me see the co-op.
I wanted to see
fighting.
a little bit more of the co-op. You know, we saw that Batgirl was doing her baton thing, and then turns out it was kind of nunchucky. Like she was able to do that. That was kind of cool. I want to see what kind of weapons.
AOE that they have. Was really cool.
That little bat move where she summoned the bats, and then also it goes with her partner. Yeah, you know, because as soon as Damian came on, he's also surrounded by bats.
That's cool. And
that was really cool. I want to see more moves like that, like more moves that will help out your partner as well, supportive moves. Are there certain characters that are going to be DPS, or there certain characters that are going to be tanks? Yeah. Is there one character that's going to be, you know, supportive, able to heal other characters, or
are we crazy?
Like, or are we crazy?
Is it just going to be a button masher, you know, where you fight?
Tell us what you think about it down below. Oh, I got the hiccups. Powerade.
Let us know what you think in the comments section.
Don't be afraid to like and share. Subscribe to our stuff. There's going to be plenty of more stuff coming your way.
Hit that notification bell.
Hit that notification.
Up there. So you
it's up there and down there. Yeah.
So you get notifications when we do all these cool videos.
Yeah.
We love you guys.
Subscribe.
Classically trained Mark. Step into the night.
That's right. Friendly neighborhood Dustin man. Stepping out of the night.
Peace.
Peace.